The other day I saw a quote by somebody I admire as a maybe a virtual mentor. Only really met them one time. Is Tony Gentilecore, and very educated person. Came up with a really good shoulder program, and is really big into deadlifts. And I learned a lot from him. And from there, I went to a course that he took, etc., etc. But that's not the point here. I'm gushing over Tony here. But what I wanted to talk about is this idea that he presented. He said that it shouldn't be called fat loss. It should be called muscle maintenance. And that was something that really was interesting to me, is because that's the truth. Like, when you're trying to lose body fat, the reason why you're focusing on protein, the reason why you're doing resistance training is because you're trying to maintain as much muscle as you can while your body's in a calorie deficit and uses the fat as a fuel source. So what you're saying is to your body, listen, I want to keep this because I'm using it, I'm feeding it, get rid of the rest of it. And without that, your body would get rid of everything almost equally. And that's because your body decides what it doesn't need based on what it's using. There's like a hierarchy of importance for your body. And you'll notice that's why something, let's say if you're a female, you've been starving for a while, or really cut down your calories for a while, one of the first things that ends up happening is that your menses stop. Like, your body stops saying, your body says, this is not a good time to focus on sexual reproduction, so we're going to shut this system down for now. So there's a quick example of a hierarchy here, right? But back to the original idea here, your body will get rid of things that it's not using. And usually in a time of starvation, which is what your body's reading, because not enough calories are coming in, it's going to start to get rid of some of your muscle. So when Tony says that it should be called a muscle maintenance plan, I think he's absolutely right, because that's the main focus when you're trying to lose fat. It's maintain all the muscle you can so that your body has no choice but to get rid of the body fat. So I want you to start thinking about that. And that's why it's so important to do muscles, to train muscles and get protein, and not be afraid that you're going to put on bulk and muscle while you're in a calorie deficit. It's physically impossible. It is impossible. There might be a slight recomposition, but it can only go so far, because in the end, there's not enough of the energy to feed the growth. Your body's in a different mode. It's in a losing mode. It's in a, like, let's stay alive long enough to survive this famine mode. And that's the beauty of being able to do the resistance training you want, have the protein you want, and still lose fat. Because as Tony says, it shouldn't be called fat loss plan. It should be called a muscle maintenance plan.